Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time you're watching me from. In case you're new here, my name is Anne and welcome to my YouTube channel. For the returning subscribers, allow me to thank you for your support, for your love. It has been huge and I don't take it for granted. May God bless you. And also for the new subscribers, I am so grateful. Thank you for tuning in to my channel and I thank God for you. You too be blessed. Uh, as I promised, I'll be consistent and yeah, I'm consistent. And on today's video, hey, you ain't even ready. So, welcome to another episode of Living, Learning, and Loving. Yeah, because why not? We are here to learn from one another, to love one another, and also to live this life together. So, on today's episode of Living, Loving, and Learning, I'm going to talk about the 9 biggest men's turnoff during the first date. And to begin with, first date is actually the initial meeting where two individuals meet, and during this time, yeah, it's actually during the dating process, and during this time they get to ask one another about questions about one another and stuff. They also get to plan for a potential relationship and also organize some sort of romantic activity and stuff. And during this time or during this thing, kuna zile vitu, yeah, kuna zile vitu that men find awkward, for in ladies when ladies wakifanya hizi vitu, like of course hizi vitu who hit guys and they become such turn-offs. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. And without any further ado, let's stick to the point. So for the first point is, when you go on a date, first thing that, according to my research and according to my experience and according to, the stories that I've heard out there from girls and from guys out there. Yeah, so I'm going to bring you these, points, of course, after doing my own research and after, experiencing these things. And on to my first point, this is, giving boring answers. Yeah, mko kwa date and a guy automatically asks you this question about, what are your hobbies, what do you love doing, your place of work, as in unapata dem anapeana like kinda a one answer question, and this automatically turns off a man. And yeah, you girls, you should at least be there to don't give those boring answers and stuff. Kuwa hapa ukuwa more creative, as in yeah, usikuwe so boring, just give answers accordingly. And don't be such boring, because at that point the guy of course can be turned off anytime, because hata ukipewa boring answers to certain questions, and of course utakuwa so turned off. Yeah, and for me that's what turns off a guy the moment like unapeana those boring answers. Akikuuliza kitu, you are there, unapeana a one answer, as in it doesn't add up, and it just becomes a turn off in a guy. And the second thing is being rude. And hapa mko kwa date, and when I say rude, I don't necessarily mean at rude in terms of being there to talk rudely and stuff. Rude in terms of your actions, the way you're doing. For example, mko kwa date and mko kwa restaurant, and like unapata mmeserviwa hapo, you don't have courtesy. I mean, you should be there to thank the customer, you be initiative, as in mko hapo like mmekuja mmeatendiwa tu by a staff in a restaurant, be there to offer, you know, that thank you kind of, you know, service to a staff. And with that, it will of course turn on a guy, and ataona like you're so cautious and stuff. And yeah, but sasa if you are the other way around, of course that will automatically turn off a guy. And the second thing is lack of effort in appearance. Yeah, uko hapo and you're there, you just appeared, and you don't even mind about the way you are appearing, you don't mind about your appearance and stuff. And one thing you guys, I should remind you, is that men not only focus on your looks, as in your physical looks and stuff, nini. Men also focus on such, as in venye tu na appear, that first appearance means a lot to a guy. And seeing an effort in your appearance, it definitely matters to a guy. And for me nasemanga, it's better I be 10 minutes, you know, late, and look my best, as in nikae tu I'm presentable and stuff, than showing up on time alafu niko underdressed, ama like I don't look, as in unajua like there's that way that you're supposed to be presentable to a guy during that first date, alafu we uko hapo umeenda and uko underdressed, as in you don't look presentable. You girl, you should, as in I don't know kama mnanielewa, but you should look presentable to that guy, otherwise that guy won't stick around with you. Atakuwa zile za I can't cope up with this. And yeah, that's it. And on to the second point is being unimpressed in everything that he does. At least as a girl, you should show some interest, ama hata kama si interest, show some praise in anything that the guy tells you, as in uko hapo anakwambia kitu, you don't show any interest, hauko even curious to know about that thing, uko tu hapo unimpressed, that automatically turns off a guy. And that's one of the things you girls should check in. And oh it ends up being that unajua like unaweza end up losing that guy in a, you know, in a minute, because that even doesn't add up. And yeah, so you should of course be impressed by everything he does, at least show some interest, ama hata kama si interest, show some curiosity and stuff. And yeah, with that he may win your heart, who knows. Yes. And then another thing, number 5, I think, is bringing up some emotional baggage. Uko hapo mko kwa date, on a first date, you're there bringing up about your exes. Uko hapo talking about your past traumas, your past, as in you here, this is the first date, you should be asking questions about one another, be there to learn about one another. Si ati uko hapo unaenda ku express yourself in such a way that you are trying to project, you know, trauma to this person. Remember, you are tuseme hata kama like you are dating, remember hamko like that in touch and stuff, you are kind of strangers to one another. And you should not bring such baggage to this person. And for that you may end up, you know, losing the guy and stuff. And the other thing is, that is point number 6, is having no sense of humor, as in you there, you're too serious, unaongea na guy like you're talking with the guy, and uko hapo you are so serious, you don't show, you know, at least try to show some that kind of, you know, what can I call it, that serious side of you. Poke some jokes. and be expressive, express yourself. Sikuwa hapo so shy, as in just have that sense of humor, and that may be a turn off in a guy, because at the end of the day hakuna mtu mwenye anapenda like that person who is not bubbly and stuff. We all be there to, you know, express ourselves, crack some jokes, at least be funny enough, and the guy will see, you know, some sense of humor in you, and he might fall for you, who knows. Yes, and another thing is being judgmental, as in uko judgmental, the guy is there amekwambia, like for example, this is what and what I do for a living, these are my plans, these are my ideas, my dreams, in the future I want to achieve this and this. Na wewe uko hapo like you are so judgmental, and you don't encourage that person, and you may end up not winning his heart. Be someone who, you know, you cheer up his ambition, you cheer up his dreams. Be there to support the guy, and show some, you know, uko hapo unaonyesha some kind of interest, and unaonyesha like you're there to support this guy, and that may turn on the guy, and he may see the interest you have in him, and he may see the support, because of course hakuna mtu mwenye anapenda mtu mwenye si supportive and stuff. We all need a support system, and the moment uko hapo unaonyesha like you're not, as in whatever the guy is telling you, like it's not adding up, like unaonyesha ile physically that whatever you're telling me, it's not adding up and stuff, that you may end up losing the guy, and you may end up, you know, turning off the guy and stuff. Another thing is number 8, of course, is lack of confidence. Mko hapo like you acting so shy. Oh my goodness. And it's during your first date. Mko hapo you are acting all shy. Don't be that, you know, super shy, and uko hapo you seem scared to say anything, and you that you are running yourself down, and it's a big turn off to me. At least be there to, you know, express yourself. Usikuwe na hiyo uoga ati you don't want this guy to know ati you 1 2 3 about me. Express yourself. Remember, at this point, at this moment, during your first date, this is where you get to learn about one another, at least to catch up, and express yourself out, and with that the guy will get to know more about you. If it's anything that the guy can support you, ama like anything that the guy can add on, he can, you know, confidently do that. Lakini sasa kama like you acting all shy, as in uko hapo you're limiting yourself to speak and stuff, I mean you girls should speak out, and you may end up winning the heart of that guy. And the moment uko hapo you are acting all shy, as in you are afraid to express yourself and stuff, it becomes so difficult for the guy to, you know, to help you out, and at the end of the day when unaumia and stuff. And another thing that I always tell myself is that it is not a sexy role for a guy, you know, to constantly reassure you that you know you look lovely, nini nini. A guy wants the woman who already sees herself as a desirable and also as a real catch. Uko hapo like you're not so confident about yourself. Uko hapo unamwambia ati, oh, I don't like this and this about myself. I mean, girl, you're lowering yourself, and the moment this guy sees that uko hapo diminish, you know, you're not proud about yourself, the guy becomes, as in he's not kinda in you and stuff, because for someone to believe in you, you must believe in yourself, and so the moment you're there not believing in yourself, you have some, you know, curiosities about yourself, unajidiminish, you're there saying I don't like this and this about myself. I mean, it's not a sexy role for him to know, to constantly reassure you about, the things, the obvious things that you are. And yeah, you should be desirable and also reflect, the real catch in you, and that the guy may end up winning you, and you might also end up winning him and stuff. The last thing, I'm at the last point, number 9, is being high maintenance. Unajua, like kuna wale, there are those girls that it's on a first date and they are out there acting all bossy and stuff, and yeah, and some women, they show some signs of are needing of, a lot of work, and the guy akijiwei anaona like, uh, I can't, you know I can't be there to, to fulfill all this for her and stuff. And one thing you all girls should notice, that the guy won't stick around for long, and he wants a woman who is already self-fulfilled. Don't be there acting all bossy, as in you even comparing yourself with that person. And it's actually during your first date, you may end up losing everything and losing that guy, in short. And yeah, those are some of the things which, according to my own research and according to my experience, I tend to think that they are some of the turnoffs in men, of course, during the first date. You can also interact with me and let's converse at the comment section and tell me more points that you girls or you guys think are some of the turnoffs in men, of course, during the first date. Yeah, so that's all for now in this episode of living, loving, and you know, learning and stuff. Yeah, so you can what am I even saying? You can interact with me on the comment section, tell me more points, and let's interact there. So that's it for now. I hope you all are enjoying these episodes of, in my YouTube channel, and I look forward to bringing you more and more episodes of living, loving, and also learning. Yeah, that's it for now. Yeah, and just remind you, kindly consider subscribing to my channel, like my videos, share them, and also leave a comment because you will have, done a lot to me, and I really appreciate manzin. Yeah, so you guys, you know I'm not letting you down, and as I promised, I will be consistent, and yes, and I am consistent. When Nadiona, I'm consistent, and we shall be doing more and more of these episodes with you, with love together. We learn together and we live this life together. So that's it for now. Let's meet on my next video. So for now, it's a bye bye and peace.